Welcome back to my EDM House Show. This week got a great top 10 for you. Let's go. Number 10 on the chart this week is My Flow by Shero, J&M and the Naked MC. The first 3 bars of this, I think it's going to be a remix of Pump Up the Jam. Then a hip hop style female vocal almost raps over it. It builds up to an early 90s dance track before breaking down into an all-out hardware created sound, just like in the 90s.
Hit the dance floor, this is what to do. Elbows up and down, let them know we're coming through. We write our own cash, we bring our own flow. Ain't no you up in it, this is me and my show. Get a smile upon the cute face. Model up in here, but silent got grace. We write our own cash and we bring our own flow. No, I don't need a ride, bitch, I got my own dough. Hit the dance floor, this is what to do. Elbows up and down, let them know we coming through. We write our own cash, we bring our own flow.
Number 9, Love Is the Only Way by Kenny Bobin and Jose Burgos. If soul, funk and disco had a baby tune, it would be this soulful track. A backroom chill out zone is going to love this one from Kenny and Jose. On to number 8, Mr. Pretty Tony by David Britton. I don't know why, this one reminds me of a 1920s or 30s music for flappers to dance to, and a gangster known as Pretty Tony talks singing over the track. It's fun, it's funky, and most will be dancing to it.
Mr. Pretty Tony. Hey bitch, come here. Hey bitch, come here. That's your motherfucking name, come here. Mr. Pretty Tony. 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 I mean, you know the rules of the game. I mean, your bitch just chose me. Now we can settle this like you got some clans, so we can get into some gangster shit.
Number 7, I Love Me by Marshall Jefferson, 10 City and WHO. Think 1960s funk vocal meets a 1990s diva with a 2000s beat and you'll have this track. It might be hard to imagine it working, but it does. Just enough vocal to be interesting, not too much to be tedious.
I love me, I can carry on, I can be alone, I can be real strong when I have to. I don't need you, I don't need no one else, 'cause I love me. 'Cause I love
On to number 6, Discogs by Fabio Neural, a slow building track, great for a long mix into it. The main sound tickles its way in and then it's invading your eardrum like a worm. It drives on until the familiar breakdown, which is punctured with excited woohoos before the track builds and builds and builds until the beat kicks back in again. This is great for a long mix. Number 5, Hallucinate by Reen. This may say electro-pop on the cover, but it could be a slower trance track. If the vocal wasn't so poppy, it'd be great in some big dance floors. I love it when it finally kicks in about 1 minute 10. Blippy electro at its best.
Out on the ocean, searching for something that ain't blue. And you got sick of the motion, hoping these things would come to you. I've been out on the ocean, searching for something that ain't blue. And you got sick of the motion, hoping these things would come to you.
For Tar Marcher by Karma Child. This is a trumpet jazz fused track, this time with strong Latin male vocal and a very summery feel. It's early in the year for a summer tune. Expect to hear this once the weather warms up and we're seeing outdoor parties. Bring on the summer vibes, as I say.
Marchar, te esperaré toda una vida, aunque tú me hagas esperar, tu amor me sabe a despedida.
Number 3, Everybody Be Somebody by Hawk, Jude and Frank. Using the classic vocal from the Roughnecks 90s hit of the same name, it's quite similar. It keeps going and going before a familiar drop to silence and then the vocal hits back in. Nice track for nostalgic ears and new ears alike.
Everybody be somebody. Everybody, why don't you be somebody? Everybody be somebody. Everybody, why don't you be somebody? Everybody wants to be somebody. 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 Everybody be somebody. Everybody, why don't you be somebody? Everybody be somebody.
On to number 2, Trumps by Damien Hendrix and Wave Wave. As you'll guess from the track name, Trumps has a jazzy sound to it. It's driving and of course those breakdowns are trumpet laced. This nice long breakdown means this one really needs to be mid to the end of a set. Number 1 this week is Dream by Leonard George Hayden. What if this was all a dream? It's a little eerie. It's a bouncy house track as well, maybe trance, with a slight 2004 commercial trance feel to it, which means I really love this. Well deserving of the number 1 spot.
Yeah, I know I sound a little crazy. The world is such a different place these days. I just wonder if the empty space would make me go insane. But have you ever thought, what if this is all just a dream? Just a dream.
Thanks for listening. Please subscribe and follow me. Another chart next week. In the meantime, check out chrisc.com for lots more information and tracks and listings.